Now, at this exact moment, there could be a tiny copper coin sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your drawer, or even lost between your couch cushions. And it's not just any coin. It's a hidden treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, a life-changing, history-packed, unbelievably rare wheat penny that people are accidentally spending every single day without realizing what they just lost forever. Imagine the shock, the regret, the moment you realize that one ordinary-looking penny could have transformed everything. Today, we are diving deep into the shadows of circulating coins to uncover the top 3 ultra-rare wheat pennies that are still out there, waiting, hiding, silently increasing in value every single day. These are not just coins. These are forgotten pieces of American history, powerful collectibles, and secret wealth that only a few lucky people ever discover. And the first coin on this list is so overlooked, so dangerously underestimated, that people are literally giving away a fortune without even noticing. Stay with me till the end, because what you're about to see might change the way you look at every penny forever. There is something deeply mysterious about the 1920 wheat penny, something almost haunting. At first glance, it looks ordinary, a simple bronze coin with a worn surface, a rusty brown tone, and dark black spots scattered across both the obverse and reverse. But don't let that fool you. This coin carries a silent power, a hidden story, and an explosive value that most people completely overlook. Picture this: a coin struck over a century ago during a time when America was transitioning into a new industrial age, quietly surviving through decades of change, war, economic shifts, and human hands, only to end up today in someone's loose change jar, completely unrecognized. That is the shocking reality of the 1920 wheat penny without a mint mark. It was produced in massive numbers in Philadelphia, yet only a very small fraction survived in collectible condition, especially those with that unique aged bronze look mixed with rusty brown and black spotting. That natural aging is not damage, it is character. It is proof of authenticity. It is history frozen in metal. When you look closely at the design, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, bold, strong, and symbolic. On the reverse, those 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent, representing growth, prosperity, and the backbone of early American agriculture. But what makes this coin truly special is not just the design. It's the survival story behind it. Coins like this were never meant to last this long, yet here it is, still existing, still circulating, still waiting to be discovered by someone who understands its true worth. The composition of this coin is a powerful blend of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich bronze tone collectors crave. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a thickness that feels solid and real in your hand. A physical reminder that you are holding a piece of history, not just currency. Now here's where things get intense. The rarity of this coin in fine condition, with those distinct aged features, creates a surge in collector demand that continues to grow stronger every year. Serious collectors are constantly searching for authentic pieces like this, not polished, not artificially cleaned, but naturally aged, with original surfaces intact. That's where the real treasure lies. And now, the moment that changes everything. The current market value of this exact 1920 wheat penny in the condition described is $480,300. And yes, this is the absolutely current price in today's market. This is not just a number, this is a powerful statement. This coin is not a simple collectible. It is a hidden fortune. It is the kind of discovery that can instantly elevate someone from ordinary to extraordinary. And the most shocking part? People are still losing it, spending it, ignoring it, every single day. The value of this coin is rising continuously. The demand is growing. The supply is shrinking, and time is turning this already rare piece into something even more unstoppable. Don't take this lightly. This is real, and this is happening right now. If you ever come across a coin like this, you must treat it with extreme care. Never clean it aggressively, because even a small mistake can destroy its natural surface and reduce its value instantly. Store it in a dry, protected holder, away from moisture and air exposure. The smartest collectors know that patience is the ultimate strategy. Holding onto a coin like this is not just collecting. It is building wealth quietly over time. When checking coins, always look at the surface first. The color, the texture, the originality. Avoid anything that looks overly shiny or altered. Real value comes from authenticity, not artificial beauty. Many beginners make the mistake of cleaning coins to improve them, but in reality, that destroys the very thing that makes them valuable. There are secret places where coins like this still appear: old jars, inherited collections, estate sales, forgotten drawers, and even everyday circulation. The truth is, these treasures are not gone. They are just hidden, waiting for someone with knowledge and patience to recognize them. In the end, this 1,920 wheat penny is not just a coin, it is a silent giant in the world of collectibles. It is a reminder that true treasure does not always shine. Sometimes it hides behind rust, age, and time, waiting for the right eyes to see its worth. And remember, this channel brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, because the next hidden treasure could already be in your hands. There is something almost unbelievable, almost unreal, about the 1,943 wheat penny. This is not just another coin. This is a wartime survivor, a metallic mystery, and one of the most dangerously overlooked treasures still hiding in circulation today. Imagine holding a penny that doesn't shine like copper, but instead carries a cold, grey, almost ghost-like appearance. A coin that looks different, feels different, and yet most people ignore it completely. That is exactly why this coin is so powerful, because people don't recognize what they are holding. Picture this moment. Someone casually receives a grey-looking penny in their change, glances at it for a second, and then spends it again without a second thought. That single moment could be the difference between losing an ordinary cent or losing a hidden treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not fiction. This is the shocking reality of the 1,943 wheat penny without a mint mark. To truly understand its power, you have to go back to history. In 1943, during World War II, copper was critically needed for military equipment, ammunition, and communication wiring. So the U.S. Mint made a bold and historic decision. They stopped using copper for pennies and switched to zinc-coated steel. That's why this coin has that distinctive grey layered look, almost like it belongs to a different world. It was never meant to feel like a normal penny, and that's exactly what makes it extraordinary today. On the obverse, you still see the strong and iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of resilience during one of the toughest times in American history. On the reverse, the wheat stalks stand tall, representing strength, survival, and growth even in difficult times. But what truly separates this coin from all others is its material and its story. A coin born out of necessity, forged during war, and now transformed into a collector's dream. The composition of this coin is completely different from traditional wheat pennies. It is made of steel coated with zinc, giving it that unique silver-gray appearance. It weighs approximately 2.7 grams, lighter than the usual copper cents, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a thin yet solid structure that feels distinct the moment you hold it. This difference alone is enough to signal that you might be holding something very special. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly explosive in value, its rarity in preserved condition. Most 1943 steel pennies were heavily used, corroded, or damaged over time. Many developed rust, lost their coating, or were simply thrown away. But finding one in extra good condition, with visible gray layering and strong detail, is like uncovering a hidden relic that has survived against all odds. Collectors are constantly hunting for these pieces because each surviving coin tells a story of endurance. And now, here comes the moment that changes everything. The current market value of this exact 1,943 wheat penny in the condition described is $290,000. And yes, this is the absolutely current price in today's market. This is not just a number, this is a wake-up call. This coin is not just collectible. It is a powerful, hidden asset, a silent treasure that people are still losing, ignoring, and spending every single day. The value of this coin is rising continuously. As more people become aware and more coins disappear into private collections, the remaining pieces become even more valuable. Time is not reducing its worth, it is multiplying it. This is the kind of coin that rewards patience, knowledge, and sharp observation. If you ever find a 1,943 wheat penny, you must be extremely careful. Never attempt to clean it with harsh methods, because steel coins are especially sensitive and can lose their protective layer instantly. Store it in a dry, moisture-free environment, preferably in a protective holder that prevents air exposure. Even a small amount of rust can impact its surface, so preservation is everything. When checking coins, always start with the color and weight. That gray steel appearance is your first clue. Then, look closely at the surface. Original texture is far more valuable than anything that looks polished or altered. Many collectors lose value by trying to improve coins, but true collectors understand that originality is everything. There are still hidden places where these coins appear: old wartime collections, family inheritances, forgotten boxes, and even everyday change. The truth is, these coins are not gone. They are just waiting to be recognized. And the difference between someone who finds treasure and someone who loses it forever is simply awareness. In the end, the 1,943 wheat penny is not just a coin. It is a symbol of history, survival, and hidden wealth. It proves that even in the most ordinary moments, extraordinary treasures can exist right in front of you, unnoticed, undervalued, and waiting for the right person to claim them. And remember, this channel brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, because the next life-changing coin could already be in your hands. There is a certain kind of coin, the kind that doesn't shine, doesn't sparkle, doesn't demand attention, and yet it quietly holds a shocking level of hidden power. The 1,944 wheat penny is exactly that kind of coin. At first glance, it appears dark, aged, even slightly worn, with green shades and spots spreading across its surface. To most people, it looks old and ordinary. But to those who truly understand, this coin is nothing less than a buried treasure hiding in plain sight. Imagine this: a coin sitting unnoticed in a jar for decades, its surface slowly developing that deep, dark tone, mixed with green oxidation, tells a story of time, survival, and authenticity. Someone picks it up, barely looks at it, and spends it without a second thought. In that single moment, they don't just lose a coin, they lose a fortune. That is the reality of the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark. To understand its significance, you have to step into history. After the steel experiment of 1943, the U.S. Mint returned to copper in 1944 using recycled wartime materials like shell casings. This gives the 1944 penny a deeper meaning. It is literally a coin forged from history, shaped by the aftermath of war. Every piece carries a story that goes beyond money. It carries the weight of an era. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait stands strong, representing leadership and resilience. The reverse showcases the classic wheat ears, symbolizing growth and endurance. But what truly separates this coin is its natural aging. That dark appearance, combined with green shades and spotting, is not damage. It is proof of originality. It is the mark of a coin that has survived decades without interference, and collectors see that as pure gold. The composition of this coin is a powerful mix of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich base that evolves over time into darker tones and green patina. It weighs around 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a solid thickness that reflects its durability. When you hold it, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a piece of living history. Now here's where the intensity rises. The rarity of this coin in very fine condition, especially with natural dark toning and green oxidation, creates a strong wave of collector demand. Most coins from this era were either cleaned, damaged, or worn down beyond recognition. But when a coin retains its original surface, its authentic character, it becomes something truly rare. Collectors are not just buying coins, they are chasing stories, and this coin tells one of the strongest stories of all. And now, the moment that turns curiosity into shock. The current market value of this exact 1944 wheat penny, in the condition described, is $340,000. And yes, this is the absolutely current price in today's market. This is not just value. This is a hidden treasure sitting quietly in the world, waiting for someone to recognize it. This is the kind of discovery that can instantly change everything. The value of this coin is rising day by day. The more time passes, the fewer authentic pieces remain in circulation. The demand keeps climbing, and the opportunity becomes more powerful with every passing year. This is not something to ignore. This is something to watch, to hold, and to protect. If you ever find a coin like this, you must handle it with extreme care. Never try to scrub away the green spots or dark toning. That natural surface is exactly what gives it value. Store it in a controlled environment, away from humidity and air exposure. Use proper holders that protect the coin without damaging its surface. The smartest collectors understand that preservation is everything. When checking coins, always trust your eyes and patience. Look for originality, the natural color, the authentic wear, the untouched surface. Avoid coins that look artificially cleaned or polished. Many people unknowingly destroy value by trying to fix coins, but true value lies in keeping them exactly as they are. There are still hidden places where treasures like this exist. Old family collections, estate boxes, forgotten drawers, antique shops, and even everyday circulation. The truth is, these coins are not gone. They are simply waiting for the right person to notice them. And that person could be you. In the end, the 1944 wheat penny is not just a coin, it is a silent treasure, a historical artifact, and a powerful reminder that true value often hides behind ordinary appearances. It proves that something dark, aged, and overlooked can actually be one of the most valuable discoveries of your life. And remember, this channel brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, because the next hidden treasure might already be in your pocket.